All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you are listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share a suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. An informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move. Good morning, Lorna Vasquez. Hanford, California. LaShayna Robinson, Richmond, California. Facebook not allowing me to connect this morning, so I've got to do it through YouTube. Good morning, Bethany Gibbs. There's 4 rules I live by in the crypto space to have success. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 3, always get a return on investment back as fast as possible. And rule number 4, where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What are you willing to do to make that happen? Make a decision, find a vehicle, stay focused, do not get distracted. Now, following these rules is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk, and that, everybody, or ladies and gentlemen, is the most that you can ask for. Good morning, Daniel, Diana Townsend from Atlanta. All right, so again, whenever Facebook does not allow me to connect, I always use my backup, which is YouTube. So if you, and spread the word to your members too, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and the bell, alert bell on YouTube. So if I'm not live on Facebook, you'll at least get the message that I'm live on YouTube. And also I also post this on Facebook anyway. So if normally I'm live, I go live and you don't see me, just go to my Facebook page and you'll see the link right here to YouTube. Good morning, Siddiqui from Houston. So let's go ahead and talk about some news this morning. We've got coin market cap is at 252 billion. It is down 0.28% over the last 24 hours. The market has looked relatively flat across the board. Down to the top 10, the only real movement has been Bitcoin Cash in the positive at 2%, but the rest of them have been flat or a little bit in the negative at most. You've got Cosmos 3.4%, Maker 5.5%. Let's see, was there anyone that broke out last 24 hours? Any coins that had a breakout? Maximind 31.7% over the last 24 hours, 77.7% the last 7 days, and 9.6% the last hour. It's worth 2 cents per coin. I don't know much about this coin at all. I've seen it all the time because it's been in the top 100, but I've never researched this coin. Maximind. You got Isaac RLC, 15.9%, REN, Nano, Swipe, Eternity, Komodo. So there are some double-digit gains on some of these altcoins, while the top coins have been relatively flat. Aloha, Patty Moore, and hello from Philly, Tony Pinkston. Okay, next up, let's go into some crypto news. From online gambling to pot, crypto commerce takes off this year. Was I covering this? I don't have that down for this morning. No, I did not. I remember. There was an article yesterday when I covered Bloomberg. But you know what? I'm going to save this one for tonight. Online gambling to pot, crypto commerce takes off this year. Why they got to use? See, this is mainstream media. Always got to go to the extreme. This gambling and pot is all that crypto's good for. Really? I'm going to save this one for tonight. There's another one I'm going to cover later on tonight as well, which was this. Charting the course of Bitcoin, 11 years and counting. Yeah, today is the day the Bitcoin white paper was written 11 years ago. If you have not read the white paper, take the time to read the white paper with your own eyes. If you have a hard time doing that, you can listen to me read it. I've got it on YouTube. Just go to look up Bitcoin white paper, Brandon Ivey. And I recorded myself reading that white paper. Same with those of you that want to know about, you're into carrot bars. I recorded, we actually did a live of me reading the white paper. So I think that was on YouTube. It should be on YouTube somewhere. So I read the carrot bars white paper, the Bitcoin white paper. So I'm going to cover this also tonight. So let's look at this. Crypto analyst says $1 million Bitcoin is massively overhyped. Really? So let's see what's happening here. Good morning, Pat Davis and Sean the Voice Robinson. Okay. From a skeptic's take on Bitcoin stock to flow ratio to new support for XRP. Here's a look at some of the stories breaking in the world of crypto. Bitcoin. A well-known crypto analyst says a model that's increasingly used to predict the price of Bitcoin is getting far more attention than it deserves. According to Alex Kruger, the stock-to-flow ratio, which tracks the circulating supply of an asset against the amount produced per year, is not a reliable tool to determine where BTC is heading in the long run. Okay. Kruger says the model which forecasts that BTC could hit the $1 million mark by 2025. Are you kidding me? You guys imagine that? Let's just say that that's true. And I've been preaching, you want to own at least one whole Bitcoin and stash it away. And the price of Bitcoin right now is like $9,300. And let's say 5 years is going to come anyway. If you had $9,000 in your 401k or your savings or your IRA or your stock and bonds or in gold, how much would that be worth 5 years from now? I cannot answer that question. You guys have to answer that for yourself, but I'm asking the question. How much would that be worth 5 years from now? Then, let's say you had that same amount in Bitcoin. How much would that be worth 5 years from now? Well, one analyst says it might be worth $1 million 5 years from now. But let me tell you how I operate. And I got to do a video on this. Whenever I hear something or I'm told something, and it has to do with money and investing or a business opportunity, and you look at, okay, what's the profit on this? I always operate it as if, what if they fail by 90%? What if all the gas there's blowing up me right now, and they get it 90% wrong? Only 10% right of what they're promoting. Could I live with it? So if one analyst is saying that, yeah, Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million a coin according to our charts 5 years from now, and I say, yeah, but what if you're 90% wrong? What's 10% of that? 100,000. Okay. So if Bitcoin is worth $100,000 a coin 5 years from now, am I okay with that? Again, what is my savings account going to look like 5 years from now if I have $9,000 in it? What would my 401k account look like? What would my IRA account look like? What would my gold account look like if I had $9,000 worth of gold today? What is it going to look like 5 years from now? Will it reach 100,000? No. Across the board? Heck no. So even if they fail by 90%, I'm down. Bitcoin is the best performing asset, period, over the last 10 years. I'm just saying that's how I look at things. Any business that comes up to me, I look at, okay, 10% right. And if it's good enough, I'm down with it. I'm moving forward. So let me continue here. This guy says it is flawed. Amazing how so many bring up S2F these days. Whenever anyone mentions Bitcoin supply, I did not have S2F in mind when I wrote this tweet. And no, I don't think it is very important. It is massively overhyped. The stock to flow model is to bulls what the tether manipulation paper is to bears. Tether manipulation paper about there. See, Tether stuck out to me because tomorrow I am doing, for those of you that have the Pro Pack and Coinbit Pro, I'm doing a special training on the power of Tether, the strategy behind Tether, how Tether has made me a lot of money, how we just read an article yesterday where someone says it was a whale in 2017 using Tether that manipulated the market. And then there's another article that, is it this one? Or I'm going to cover tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to cover it tomorrow. That's about Tether again. So tether manipulation paper is to bears, both based on fancy-looking statistical models, more so the latter. Both are flawed. Doubt whoever believes in these extremes will change their minds. The mind believes what it wants to believe. That is true. When the mind is right, facts don't matter. You have to understand that. Facts, perception is more important than the truth. A human is going to believe what they want to believe, no matter what the reality really is. It's like when somebody tells me, Brandon, you know what? I don't think I can make $10,000 by the end of the week. You know what I'm going to tell them? You're right. If someone says, Brandon, I think I can make $10,000 by the end of the week. You know what I'm going to tell them? You're right. Whatever you believe is reality. So anyways, the mind believes what it wants to believe. According to Kruger, the well-documented fact that Bitcoin's fixed maximum supply is 21 million coins means that at the end of the day, demand for the asset is all that matters. That's true. And that's true for every asset. That's true for gold. That's true for silver, real estate. Think about it. You buy $1 million home, and it's 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, 3-4 car garage, front backyard, and then the market goes down. And now that home is worth $500,000. Did the house change? Did it lose a home or something? Did half of it get chopped down? No, the house is exactly the way it was when you bought it for $1 million. Why did it go down? Because there's no demand for it. But next thing you know, all of a sudden the house is worth now $2 million. What happened? Did the house change? Did you add an additional room? No. Demand for it went up. So to be acting like, oh, supply and demand is irrelevant, that is irrelevant. That's all that matters. The fiat money, the money in your pocket right now. What makes inflation and whatnot? Demand. You print more money, what happens? The value of it goes down. If you have less supply out there, what happens? The value of it goes up. Look at the Popeyes chicken sandwich for those of you that don't understand math. Has this ever happened to you before? You kind of want something, right? You're not too sure that you really want it, but you kind of want it. But then the moment you realize you can't have it, it makes you want it even more. Like it was a couple of years ago. I get Wingstop like every Friday. It's like a thing we do. And this particular day, I wasn't that much hungry. I had a big lunch. I had a lunch meeting, but it was Friday, so we get Wingstop. So I went up to go get the Wingstop, and there was a sign on the door that said they're closed for upgrading or something. And I went, what? What do you, and I'm looking through the window, and it's all dark, closed. You mean I got to go to the other city to get it? I don't want to go all the way down to Pomona to go get freaking Wingstop. But the fact that it was closed made me want it even more. And then all of a sudden I got real hungry. My mouth started watering. So yeah, I drove all down to Pomona to the other Wingstop and got my wings. And it tasted oh so good because I couldn't have it. It's like that forbidden fruit. It's just because we're humans. That's what if you've got more millionaires and billionaires on the planet than you have Bitcoin, and these millionaires and billionaires are used to getting whatever they want. Whatever they want. Do you guys know how the feeling is that you just walk into a store and you buy whatever you want without ever looking at the price tag? I think everybody, at least once in their lifetime, should have that experience where you go somewhere. I remember when I first made some big money and I took a vacation I never looked at the price of anything. I bought whatever I wanted. And when I got home, I had more money in the bank than the money I spent. It's a great feeling. I learned something at that moment. I realized that broke and poor people think about money more than rich people do, because rich people can get whatever they want. They're not thinking of money. They're thinking of quality of life. Poor people are thinking of money as, I don't have enough. How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to get this? How am I going to get that? How am I going to fix the car? How am I going to pay for the rent? We're always thinking about money. This is where people that follow the law of attraction get it all twisted. They think law of attraction doesn't work, thinking and it will become, because I'm thinking about money all the time, yet I'm always broke. They're missing a key ingredient, and I am not going to give you that answer right now, because that's not what the point of this is. But I think everybody should at least experience that. But what happens when those millionaires and billionaires come to the conclusion, I think I need to have one whole Bitcoin, and there's not enough to go around? They're going to want it even more. Exclusivity is the name of the game amongst the wealthy. I have something that the masses don't have access to. And they'll say, I don't care what the price of it is, I want it. What happens to the price of that asset? Up, 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 up. Let me continue here what he has to say. Bitcoin is a demand-side story. Supply is fully deterministic. There are no supply-side shocks. False. That is wrong. There is. Fixed total supply and diminishing supply growth are crucial because these drive demand. That is true. It is that simple. Demand is what matters most. That is true. Wait. Let me back up. There are no supply side shocks. Yeah, that's true. That is true. There are no supply side shocks. So he's basically quoting what the people who believe in Bitcoin is doing, because that's true. Bitcoin is a demand side story. So can Bitcoin reach $1 million a coin? Possibly. We already know what the numbers have to be. I think the entire market's got to be over 10 trillion. $10 trillion for Bitcoin to be worth $1 million per coin. So I don't want to cover Ripple, Turnio's Visa debit card, called the Block card, now supports XRP. It allows users to deposit crypto and make purchases anywhere Visa is accepted. We asked, you told, we listened. Turnio was excited to announce that Ripple's XRP is now an accepted currency for use on the Block card. The creators of the card say it is now available in the U.S. and will soon launch in 31 countries across Europe. The card supports 12 additional crypto assets: BTC, ETH, BCH, LTC, BAT, DAI, XLM, PAC, Kern, and all the rest. Litecoin. The CEO of the crypto investment platform Abra says Litecoin's work on privacy transactions could end up strengthening both LTC and Bitcoin. In a new tweet, Bill Barheit says the Litecoin Foundation's efforts to implement the Mimblewimble privacy protocol. That sounds like some new hip hop dance. Hey, do the Mimblewimble. These millennials. No, not even the millennials. These generation. What are they now? Y? I think Generation Y kids. The Mimblewimble privacy protocol to ensure that Litecoin transactions are fungible is one example of the importance of the altcoin market. The most important feature of altcoins is competing technologies. The best way to improve Bitcoin is to let someone else do it first. If you are interested in Mimblewimble and extension blocks on Litecoin, check out this interview. We talked about why fungibility is important. I hate those terms. Anytime you go to a blockchain expo and you're sitting in the audience and you got the nerds on stage, you always hear fungibility, scalability. People in the audience don't know what the heck you're talking about. All right, that's that news. Let's go on to the next article. Crypto alert. Crypto alert. Bitcoin is overheating with significant pullback likely. Uh-oh. I said it. I say that we still are in line for one major pullback. So now we've got a crypto alert. Reports Bloomberg. Bloomberg's reporting on this? Let's see. A technical indicator designed to identify where assets are heading based on the movement of the daily close suggests Bitcoin is likely to soon pull back. The global strength indicator shows BTC is entering overbought territory, reports Bloomberg. BTC's current trajectory mirrors the leading cryptocurrency's movements in August, just before its price fell from about $12,000 to $10,000. And that it went down 2,000 points. Meanwhile, Luke Martin of Venture Coinus is highlighting the recent performance of the biggest crypto assets on the market. Data from Coinmetrics shows Bitcoin was not the biggest gainer over the last month. Here's the large cap crypto returns for the last 30 days. Everyone is aware of the Bitcoin pump that brought us back above 9K, but last month's alt performance may surprise you. Last month, Bitcoin Cash up 31%, SV 56%, and Binance Coin 29%. Bitcoin Forks and Binance leading the major alts. Out of the top coins by market cap, Bitcoin gained 13% over the same time period, with Ethereum gaining 3%, Ripple 15%, and Litecoin gaining 3%. Okay, you really didn't give me any real news here. I guess let me go straight to Bloomberg then. This one didn't really give me any news. Let's go to Bloomberg. So it says Bitcoin enters selling trend as $10,000 level serves as barrier. What's the date on this? November 5th. Okay. Following October's rally, a technical indicator is showing that Bitcoin is entering overbought levels. The cryptocurrency's global strength indicator, a measure of upward and downward movements of successive closing prices, is nearing the 70 level, meaning its price is likely to soon decline after becoming overheated. The price movements resemble, whoa, don't jump on me here. Hey, what just happened? How did I lose the article? Okay. You've reached your free article limit. Get unlimited access for $1.99 a month. I'm not paying you $1.99 a month for freaking news. Oh, well, I guess we can't read that article today. But technical indicators show currency's price likely to decline. I agree. Price movements resemble August trading highs and huge drop. I agree. All right. In other words, be prepared for the market to go down. When I do tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, when we look at the charts, we're gonna look at what the current trajectory is looking like, the high and the low, and we're going to talk about Tether. So I'm looking forward to that because there's 2 articles this week on the news just about Tether. So we're gonna get into that. Hey, if you want to be a part of that, it's a private group. You have to be a pro member within Coinbit Pro. So the intro pack is $350. The pro pack is $1,000. Total is $1,350 for the whole program. So if you want to be able to get in on that private live I'm doing tomorrow, you gotta be a pro member. You still got time to make that happen. But we're going to have some fun tomorrow with that one. And Facebook better not mess with me with connecting. I got to figure out another way. If it does not, I'll just have them go to my, well, I'm not going to say, but there will be a alternative if that happens. So anyways, hope you guys learned something new. As always, that is the point. I'm going to be back tonight. Oh, I'm not going to be able to share this article then. This Bloomberg one, I've reached my limit. From gambling to pot, crypto commerce takes off this year. It may not. I'll leave it up here and see if it allows me. Nope. There you go. Nope. I can't read it, but I will read also this one. This is the real thing I wanted to cover. Charting the course of Bitcoin, 11 years and counting. I don't know, Pat. It's the principle of the matter. Of course, I can afford $1.99 a month. I just don't want to pay them to read freaking news. Charting the course of Bitcoin, 11 years and counting. So I'm looking forward. I'm going to cover this one tonight. We'll do it at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific tonight, Wednesday night. And then tomorrow, we'll have Crypto Talk in the morning. And then for those of the pro members of Coinbit Pro, we'll have our special training. Also, guys, if you're just getting in on there, make sure you click on the video side section so that you can see the past recordings over the last couple of weeks that we've done. I think we're on week 4 now for crypto training. So you can go to the last couple of weeks to look at that. It's in the archive. And also, today, the NDA is supposed to be lifted on the launch of the company I was telling you about in December. This is the money-making opportunity. This is what's interesting. I was already invited to a private Facebook group today. There are people already running. I'm not going to say the name of it or who, but I've been making a list. And last night, if you asked to be on my list, I did first come, first serve. The first 30, you got an email from me. If you did not get the email, check your spam or whatever, but you got an email from me that you made the first 30. That is so important. In this type of thing, positioning is important, and timing. They're only going to take 2,000 in December. This thing is going to go viral. I'm telling you, every major internet marketer that you know, one way or another, they're going to be involved. So if you still want to be on my list, because I have a list more than 30, and my position, I am right at the top. Let's just put it that way. So you definitely want to. It's only $50. So like I say, as soon as I get the okay, I'll probably be doing a introduction of it, maybe Friday or Saturday. Probably Saturday. People are doing stuff on Friday, so maybe Saturday I will, and then we'll have the next 30 days from today is when it's going to be launched, so you guys can be able to make your list of people. I mean, like all I want to say, this is probably going to make the most money in the shortest period of time. And then I've got plans for what I'm going to be doing with that. So anyways, that's you're going to start hearing about it. Somebody invited me to it, and they had no idea I was already in. And I'm like, how'd you know I was in? I didn't. I'm just sending it to everybody I know. Really? Anyways, hope you learned something new. That is the point. See you guys tonight for Late Night Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon out. God bless. Bye-bye.